Guys, so I had a choice of planes and I thought like these are all very small. They're all one brand, by the way. They're all AV72, Aviation72. They are the Folland Gnats, Gnats. I'm hoping that I'm correcting it, but feel free to post me a voice how to say it. There are the F1s and there are the T1s. So mostly RAF. There's one from Finland in here. Just to show you guys again another type of plane. This is actually one that I like to collect. I have an RAF one and a Yellow Hornets one. It's something completely opposite. You pick them out of the box and they're ready. The wheels are already under it, everything is finished, but they have a really cool finish. So I really want to show you guys these two versions. These are a little bit later, these were a bit older. I don't know what age they are, but I remember they're quite old. The boxes are for sure old, but I'll dig into it with you guys and show you what it is. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start with a T or an F1 and then to a T1 just to show the difference between the two frames. And then we're gonna dig into all of these. So we're gonna put these aside for now. This one is from the Royal Air Force Establishment and the Museum of Science. This one is a Finnish one, so we're gonna put these together. And then a half-air one from Cosford Museum. Boxes are really, let's not make sure that the camera falls over. I'm trying to charge my phone while recording, so that's quite an interesting process, by the way. So yeah, here a quite simple box, very simple. The number, if you want to buy it. Really simple packaging, but that's also what I like about these models. They're super simple. They're small, easy to put in your collection, and especially if you want to collect something completely different again, like I do. I think I'm only one of the few here in the Netherlands that collect a wide range of different models because I like to collect something different every once in a while for shape, color, or historic reasons. The box is really well made. Stand is already coming to me, so that's good. Looks a bit like an old school Herpa stand, so that's quite interesting. Packaging, what you expect. The standard. There are some extra slots, I think mainly for when it has fuel tanks under it. This one doesn't. As you can see, pitoed, really nicely made. A little bit of oil here, but everything is mainly painted. So a very heavyweight, but for the size at least, is quite heavy. But the details are quite good, I have to be honest with you guys. The wheels are rollable, so that's good, cool detail. I can imagine these fall off because I had that also with my Red Arrows T1 version of this brand. But I'm also going to put these all on stand because I like them that way. So that is a F1. So let's go into a T1. I'm going to put the F1 aside for now. And we'll put the model in the background. So then we have a T1. T1 is a little bit bigger. A bit more airframe, pitoed at the front. I think this is also a little bit later in the stage of development. It has a stand luckily. And also here you see AF1 where they're really good were at. They really spend time on commercials. So putting material in there like, hey, this is all stuff you can buy. Which is actually not a bad idea. Of course, you want to make sale and you want to make money. You can see the bottom, it's a bit like Witty Wings and so on. So that's really neat. Stand is inside. We'll put the box aside for now, together with the other one that we just had. And then we're going to put the F and T version next to each other. There are some dead bugs here, I see. Yeah, that's the downside of older boxes. You will find sometimes little critters that get into there, like a little, we call them here pissebedjes. They're really small, tiny little fuckers that get into everything that you can't imagine even. But that aside, they're luckily dead and dried up. But the model itself, really cool. I have the RAF version and the Yellow Hornets one of this one. Mine, actually the wheel fell off, and this one they re-glued, I think, because this one is still movable. But for color and all that, it looks really cool. Really nicely made, cool details. Now let's put these two next to each other so you guys get a bit of an idea, like what is an F1 and what is a T1. Because I like to show that. So mainly sizing. So I never knew that they were that different in size, but this is more, of course, a two-seater, of course, and a single-seater version. There are also some versions from the Bosnia War, so that's quite interesting if you're into that. But let's dig on to the next ones. Alrighty, so I jumped just quickly off the image just to get rid of the dead bugs. Finnish Air Force. So also again, the Pito is still intact, so that's quite interesting to see. I wonder if the gas tanks are a separate item because there's a slot for them. I need to look that up. But so same style of packaging. Unfortunately, no stand with this one. At least I don't see it. It's not the end of the world. I luckily have some spare stands that I know of. So I'm gonna grab one of my spares in a second. But again, a nice clean model. Really cool that they put the name on there from the pilot. So a nice little model again. I didn't know that the Finnish even had this one. I know Finland had a ton of different planes, but nothing surprised me there. Even mix and so on, I remember from their Cold War era. But now that they're more independent, I'm curious what they're gonna buy next. Maybe somebody from Finland in the watch section can tell me. I'm really curious what their next planes will be, because they always have some interesting schemes. Of course, also Sweden has a lot of cool ones. Then the last one, it's a museum piece, probably an experimental plane or something, looking at it. Which looks really cool, by the way. Holy shit, that's awesome. There's even a little, let me show you guys. Looks something experimental, a bit like a target duck or something. Oh, that's really cool. I'm gonna look up what this is, but this looks really interesting. Flight System Bedford. So it had like a test unit or something. Maybe somebody in the comments knows, but it looks really, really neat for an old little plane. So luckily this one has a stand. I'm pretty sure I have these, so a nice thing about collecting, you also keep spares and also spare parts. So if you ever need something, you're really desperate, send me a message. Maybe I have it. I would not be surprised. So here you have it, guys. That's a lot of Gnats together, a lot of history together. So there you have it, guys. A lot of tiny planes in one film. I didn't think that one of these little guys could do one film. I hope you guys agree with me. I think you spent less than a minute reviewing these type of planes and looking at the details. By the way, canopies of all these, they don't open. So they're one piece. There's no pilots in them. The seats are really well detailed, by the way. I cannot say anything bad about that part. But in general, very simplistic. It's for the money. It's really cool if you want something different in your collection. And for sure, cool to have histories. If you like Finnish planes or RAF planes or museum planes or display team planes. A lot of good choices in the Aviation72 section, especially in this brand. I think they're also the only ones that make these. So if you really want one, Aviation72 is your brand. And to be honest, it's perfect. So I want to thank you guys all for watching again. I hope you have a great day or great evening or rest of your day. And please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. It's all very welcome. And let's keep growing this channel and this community. So far, I'm loving it. So thank you guys. Have a great day.